Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing about one topic that is CD creation. In this basically we are talking about one blood groups that is 20% error. In this basically we are talking about the 22 blood groups data basically. In this we basically talked about one story basically that in last video basically that was of 22 blood groups owner basically. So here I have taken my example basically. For example, I am one of the blood group owner basically. That type of example basically I have taken. In really basically the blood group owner basically whatever story basically they are generating, according to that basically the earthquakes happen. Now basically one more story basically. Assume that basically 22 blood groups basically, in this basically blood groups one more story basically, that is also assume that basically it's my story basically, assume basically, and that basically I am blood group owner basically, that also you assume basically. Currently what is the earthquake basically? France, Mexico, these all earthquake are there basically. This earthquake basically just was just now basically it was placed. See, earthquake is there. Now basically I will take one example. You can see this portals basically, naukri.com, Monster, Times of India. This all basically portal are basically there. They are basically my email address is there basically, and I basically my ID basically exists since 2022 basically. Sorry, 2002 basically. This is that portal basically where my ID was basically existing of. Sorry, it was basically I am basically the customer of Naukri.com since 2002 basically. This also same basically, and this also same. I am using this also basically from, I think this actually I am using from 2008 or 9 basically. So here also basically I have applied for the job basically, but from here also basically I was not getting the job basically, right? So this also story generated basically. Assume that basically here basically I have applied for around 1000 companies and 1000 consultant. So 2000, their address, email address, their each and every physical address, everything connected. Now basically Monster also basically I have applied for 1000 to 2000. Then basically here also basically I applied for 2000. Now one of the person told that basically you are okay basically, that's fine basically. I understand basically these all basically groups are not giving you job basically. Just taking as an example. Reason basically why the earthquakes basically are coming, and according to the story basically I am basically taking the example here. This story basically is my real story basically. Now basically this group basically, that is one of the person told that basically this is okay basically, but who is basically ruling the government basically? The central government, and basically how many political parties are basically, because this group are supposed to help basically you, right? Basically because it's their responsibility, who are basically sitting in the parliament house, it's their responsibility that they should basically help you basically. So who is basically currently ruling basically? So one of the person told that basically it's BJP, that's it, Bharatiya Janata Party, and this BJP is ruling. Now basically one of the person told that basically how many parties are basically there. This is there, this is there, CPM is there, IN is, NCP is there, NCP is Sharad Pawar's party. Then basically All India Forward, this DMK is there, IND is there, UML, the JD, Janata Dal is there basically. Then this Jammu Kashmir party is there, this RJD, RLD, SAD, SHD, then SP, Samajwadi Party, then this Aam Aadmi Party. These all are basically unrecognized party basically. Registered but unrecognized. What basically that I don't know basically. Unrecognized. Unrecognized means not recognized basically. But this person is basically, these parties are not ruling. These parties are ruling the Delhi basically. So I think this data might be old basically. So assume that basically these parties are basically ruling. CPI, then basically the Akhil Bharatiya Sudhar Party, Akhil Bharatiya Vikas Congress, this always New India Congress Party. See basically AP party, this, like this basically how many parties are there? See basically. See basically, see. More than 79 parties are basically there. Right? This is also clear. One of the person told that basically these people has basically are basically not helping you. Then one of the person told that basically these people basically how basically these people are not helping you. Then one of the person told that yeah, these people are basically for public only basically, right? These people are basically for public. These public people basically are this group basically that are the political party basically are to help the public basically. These people also basically not helping. This story also generated. Now basically just see basically. So first story was what basically? First story was this. This story generated. Then basically this story generated. Another story basically. Companies resume send basically. In this basically, this all are the basically groups basically, right? Where basically I send the resume basically. But still basically there no response. So one of the person told that means basically these groups are basically responsible for. This group are actually not responsible. This group are responsible. That is this party. Because they are handling the cities basically. So one of the person asked the question basically, what is the head office of the Naukri.com? Naukri.com head office in India, right? Where is that? That is Ahmedabad, right? But that is in front of the world, and everybody knows that basically in front of the world basically is all are wrong basically, right? So real basically handling basically might be from some other city basically. Same way basically the Monster India. Monster India head office. That is where basically that is in Hyderabad, Telangana, right basically. Then Times of India. Times of India's head office where basically that is very old basically from 1838 basically. Times of India basically newspaper is also there, but it's a job portal basically, so it might be mostly means it might be in Mumbai basically. So like this basically job portals are right. Then basically these all are the political party basically who are basically controlling the cities basically. So one of the person told that basically I think these parties are basically responsible for the job basically which you are not getting. So BJP is basically ruling the India basically, right? So he told, one of the person told that basically he might be responsible for main reason basically who is basically not giving you the job. That is basically the people who are sitting at the parliament house basically. So one of the person told that also basically. Then basically one of the person told that where basically these people basically are sitting basically. Then one of the person told that basically they are sitting at Delhi basically. But everybody knows that basically whatever the in front of the world, that is some all wrong basically, right? So in front of the world is Delhi, but all control basically might be handling from some other city only basically. Reason that is in front of the world basically. And whatever in front of the world information basically which is given basically in books, in internet, that all are wrong. So the controlling party, controlling group basically are totally different. That information basically nobody have basically, right? So that basically information is here basically. Who is partying, who is controlling BJP, who is controlling Congress. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this all thing basically. That is the story of the Sunil R. Nair in the form of blood group's owner.